Parshat Naso Aliyah Chamishi. Really, Chamishi, Shishi, and Shvi are going to be dealing with this topic, the offering of the tribal leaders. It begins on Av Nisan. Moshe finished erecting the Mishkan. The reason why I mentioned finished is because he's been doing it for 7 days now. And now he finished bringing it up and bringing it down. By the way, the Mishkan was complete on Hanukkah, Kav Hei Kislev. Right? They started building it around right after we got the second Luchot, after Yom Kippur. They finished it by Hanukkah. Now, by the way, what happened over there was Hashem asked the people to donate, right, to get them truma, and the Nesi'im, the tribal leader, said, whatever Am Yisrael is gonna leave out, we'll complete. After 2 days, everything was taken, and they were very sad. They didn't know what to do. What was left was the stones of the Kohanim. So they all donated the stones of Kohanim. So now that they actually erected the Mishkan, Aleph Nisan time, right, they jumped first for the opportunity that they could donate something. So they donated 2 types of things. Number one, they donated wagons and oxes for the Leviim to help them carry whatever their burden was. Kehat would have to carry it on his shoulders because those were the utensils of the Mishkan. But Gershon and Merari, they would put the things on the wagon. Now they donated 6 wagons and 12 oxes. 2 wagons went to Gershon with 4 oxes to carry the coverings of Mishkan, like we mentioned earlier. 4 wagons and 8 oxes went to Merari to carry all the beams and krashim, all the hardware of the Mishkan. Now Moshe wasn't so willing to accept what they just donated because it was on the same day that Nadav Avihu also donated something. They donated the Ketoret, right, that Hashem did not ask for, and they died. So he was weary if to accept this or not. Hashem was very pleased what Nesim did, and he said, 100% you should accept it. Give it to Levim to help them out. I'm proud of them. And not only that, they brought, that's the second part of what they did, korbanot, and different utensils to help the Kohanim out and to help the Mishkan. The second part of what they brought was kelim for the Kohanim to use and certain korbanot. Now, Hashem told Moshe he was pleased with what they gave and that they should bring a korban per day. So Moshe didn't know where to start. Should he start from Reuven, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda, or maybe a different order? Hashem said, I want you to start with the order of how they were encamped, with Yehuda going first, especially Nachshon. By Nachshon, it doesn't mention Nasi, and it says Et Korbano. Why? And by all the other Nasim, it does mention Nasi. Why? Because of his humbleness, because of his being amongst the people, was he the first one to be Makriv, and he was Makriv partially himself. That's why it says Et Korbano. It was his Korban also, not just for Shevet, but for himself. All the Nisi'im brought the same korban, and it was not pre-discussed, like it was from themselves. They felt that this is what they had to bring, and we're going to talk about that symbolism in the next aliyah. But bottom line, what did they bring? They brought 3 types of utensils. Number one, they brought a bowl of silver that weighed 130 silver, and in there was flour and oil. They brought a basin of silver. A basin is basically like a cone, right, of silver with flour and oil inside. That weighed 70 pieces of silver, and they brought a ladle of gold that weighed 10 pieces of gold, and inside of there was the ketoret. Now, they also brought animals. There's 2 types of animals that you could be makriv in the Mishkan, or the Beit HaMikdash, right? There's the ox family and then the sheep family. In the ox family, there's the ox, which is the adult male, or the calf. In the sheep family, there's the sheep, which is the child, and the ram, which is the adult, or goats, which is in the sheep family. Again, the kid goat would be the small goat, and the regular goat will be the adult one. And those are the main places that we're going to bring korbanot from. So what did they bring? First, they brought as an olah, meaning going up all to Hashem, an ox, a ram, and a regular sheep. That takes care of the olah. They also brought a hatat. For the hatat, they brought a goat. Now, for the shlamim, the part that we're allowed to eat, not just the kohanim, they brought 2 oxes, 5 rams, 5 sheep, and 5 kid goats. In this aliyah, Yehuda, Yisachar, Zvulun, Reuven, and Shimon are makriv their korban.